Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
We're here at Bloodstock on the final day with Joe from Overthrone. Joe, you played the Sophie stage earlier today. How was that for you?
It was a great experience. It was, I think, the biggest stage that we've played so far as a band. Definitely like our biggest gig to date, so it's a privilege to be here. We had a great time.
A big crowd for you over there, I've noticed this morning.
Yeah, it was really busy. Whether that was because of the rain or people, just shuffling into the tent, but I think the rain had stopped by the time we started, which was nice to see people stuck around. So, yeah, it was great.
So how did you land at that spot on the Sophie stage?
Funnily enough, it was actually for a TikTok video that we posted, of all things. So we just put up a random TikTok. Somebody tagged Vicky in the comments and said, check these out, I think you'll like it. She responded to that, and then I messaged her saying, oh, we're booking shows for next year if you're interested. And she put her email address in the comments and was like, yeah, email me. And went from there. She liked what she heard, and that was it.
So how long ago was that?
It was some point last year. Can't remember when. Probably around a year ago, in all honesty.
So building up, a year's worth of build-up for you to get.
Yeah, lots of build-up, lots of nerves, for this kind of thing. But we had such a great time.
So do you find things like TikTok and all the social medias help build that profile for you?
Yes and no. Obviously, like that video, for some reason, did really well and got like 30,000 views, and obviously it was seen by the right kind of people. And then everything that we posted since then, it's got like 200 views, so it's so hit and miss. There's no knowing how well each thing's going to do. But it definitely helps. Some of the presence that we've got and the listeners that we've got around the world, we wouldn't have without social media and things like that.
So you said you've just released a single?
Yeah, it was actually a month ago today. So our new single, Search for Solace, came out a month ago. It's also the title track of a new EP that we're working on, so we're kind of working on all the release dates for the upcoming singles from that as well.
So for our listeners who may not have heard you, how would you describe yourselves as a band?
The easiest way is to just say metalcore. It's that kind of heavy, big breakdowns, low tunings, but also catchy choruses, lots of riffs. So difficult to really say what we sound like, but we kind of like bridge that gap between the softer side of rock and metal and the even heavier side. So it's kind of a nice little middle ground to be in.
A nice mix for a fan to...
Yeah, a little bit of something for everyone. It works at a family event like this, If people like to sing along, we've got that. If they want to throw shapes, we've got that too. So.
Did you have a lot of people throwing shapes this morning?
We did actually, yeah. For like 11 o'clock in the morning, we had a pretty big circle pit going, so it was nice to see that. You never know how people are going to respond, especially that early in the morning on the last day of a festival. But yeah, so we can't really complain about the reaction today.
So for anyone who didn't see your set today, and obviously a lot of our listeners aren't here on site, so what's an Overthrown show like?
High energy, madness, all of us really, we throw ourselves around a little bit more than we should. I had to kind of calm myself down a little bit this morning. So I play bass and I'm the clean vocalist as well. And within the first song, I'd already chucked myself around that much. I was so out of breath running around that stage, all this open space. Got up to the mic and thought, I've got no room to breathe here. I've done myself over a little bit, so I had to kind of rein it in a little bit. But yeah, it's all about the energy, crowd involvement, and just having a good time, really.
Excellent. So what have you got coming up over the next 12 months? What can fans look out for?
We've got a little tour, a mini tour in Wales next month. We've got a show in Birmingham. We're playing with Heart of a Coward, so we're their local support for the Birmingham leg of their tour. And we're working on a couple of other things for sort of November, December, just trying to get finalised on those. And then next year we'll be booking up hopefully some more tours, some UK. If we're lucky, get out into Europe as well. We get a lot of people in comments on Instagram and stuff that come over to Germany, come here, but obviously we're an unsigned band, so being very DIY, it's difficult to hook any of that up. So we're hopeful we can do something next year.
Have you played in Europe at all before?
Never. Wales will actually be the first gigs for us as a band outside of England. So it'll be our first time in Wales. first time leaving the country, so looking forward to that one.
Okay. So my final question for you today: when you're travelling to gigs in the van together, what tunes are you blasting out?
Oh, that's a good question. Recently, I think we're all listening. We have a very eclectic mix, so it can be anything from country music to deathcore. It depends who's driving, who's feeling sleepy. It might just be dead silence. But yeah, I mean, we're fans of absolutely everything. So lately, Bad Omens, bands like that. So yeah, whatever we can get our hands on, really.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.